Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today.
Top of the morning, traders. How are you on this fine morning? I hope you're well. Guys, before I start today, I just want to announce that we now use Telegram as part of Simply Forex. So some of our subscribers were interested in Telegram, so we now use it, guys. So go check that out. Right, today is Tuesday the 17th of May, and as usual guys, we'll have a recap of yesterday's trades, look at today's potential trades, and we'll look at today's important news. All right, so let's start with the recap. So yesterday we had two potential trades that we were looking at. The first one was this, guys. This was the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. And as you can see, guys, this was clearly in an uptrend, and we were looking to buy this market. Okay, so we had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then it carried on and formed this very bullish candle. Okay, so the idea was just to take it back up to this blue line, okay, which corresponded with some weekly resistance, okay, at 7,800. Okay, and as you can see, guys, that's exactly what happened. All right, but let's look at H1 to see if we can get in on this chart. So, yeah, as I said, guys, we had two options with this trade. Yeah, price in an ideal world would have come up, come back down, tested the grey zone, gave us a perfect, candlestick pattern setup, and then we would have took price back up to this blue line. All right, but as you can see, guys, that didn't happen. It didn't retrace to our grey zone. So instead, we could trade the first bullish candlestick pattern. And as you can see, guys, that's clearly this candle here. Yeah, this tells me that buyers have taken complete control of the market. All right, and sure enough, from this candle, pushes it all the way up to the blue line. Okay, so we could have entered on this candle, but I didn't because, guys, yeah, if we get the ruler out, yeah, so if I entered on the close of that candle, I would have to put my stop below here. All right, and that's around 44 pips. Okay, and my target, the blue line, is only 31 pips, as you can see. So it's just not giving me the risk to reward that I am willing to trade on, guys. Yeah, so for that reason, I didn't get in on the trade. Yeah, it's buyers are clearly in control, but we just didn't have the risk to reward that we wanted, guys. Okay, maybe some of you took the trade, no problem. It would have been a profitable trade, but I just didn't because of the lack of reward. Okay, but direction was good. Okay, next trade was this. This was the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. Okay, so as you can see, price was clearly in an uptrend. All right. And then price come tumbling down, broke this low here, yeah, and then it created lower highs, and then eventually this low was broken as well. So the structure for me is clearly, in a downtrend. Okay, and we had this very bearish candle form a few days ago. Okay, and the green candle next to it didn't tell me that buyers had taken control of the market, so I was still happy to short this this market lower. Okay, but let's look at H1 to see what happened, guys. So yeah, quite a messy chart. All right, as you can see, price didn't get back up into our grey zone up here. Okay, so that didn't happen, but then if you remember back to yesterday's trade ideas, I said we could get on this trade if H1 structure broke. Okay, so H1 structure, you can see, was clearly in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, but then a new higher high wasn't formed. And then we had this candle. okay, which broke this low here. Okay, so this candle would have been a very good entry candle. Okay, and then we would have taken it back down to our last lows here. Okay, we would have just taken this trade back down to these last lows, and it eventually does hit, yeah, with this candle here. Okay, so if you took this candle, great guys, yeah, that would have been a good trade. This candle, let me take away all this candle here, yeah, it broke H1 structure. Okay, so for me it was now in a downward structure, and it came down and hit the last H1 low over here. So that would have been a good trade, guys. But if you look at the time of this candle, okay, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, so I wasn't awake. I didn't take this trade. Okay, and then once price come down to these lows, yeah, and bounced off this area, then I just wasn't interested in this trade, guys. All right, so yeah, I didn't have a trade, okay, on this pair, okay, but maybe you did with this candle here. All right, guys, so yeah, that's the recap of yesterday. So both trades for me, I couldn't get in for various reasons, all right, that I've just explained. But let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed yesterday's recap, then please smash the like button, yeah, help support the channel, and please subscribe. Come join us at Simply Forex. And don't forget, guys, we also have Telegram now as well. Right, guys, so the 3 potential trade ideas for today are these. The first one is the pound against the Swiss franc. So as you can see, guys, it's been quite a sideways market. Okay, it's been quite a sideways market in general. Okay, and then also look at this. The price come down, created these lower lows here. Okay, price come back down, but it didn't break these lows, guys. Okay, and then this candle yesterday formed. Okay, and it's broken these last lower highs. All right, so we're looking just to buy this market back up to this psychological level and this area of resistance here. All right, so let me take these pink lines away just so you can see a little bit more clearly, guys. So yeah, as you can see, this candle here has broken these highs here. Okay, so now we have higher highs, and the idea is just to take price back up to this area of resistance. All right, this blue line, this psychological level of around 1.2400. Okay, so we're long in this market, guys. Let's look at H1 for execution. So what we want to see, guys, is price retrace. Yeah, we always need a retrace, guys, to give us some value. Yeah, we basically get in at a cheaper price. All right, so price we want to see retrace into this grey zone somewhere. Then we want to see a bullish candlestick pattern form. That's our trigger to enter. We'll take price, first of all, back up to the last H1 highs, close 80% of the trade, and then leave 20% to run up to our higher time frame target. All right, guys, so yeah, pound against the Swiss franc. We're looking to long this market. Next one is this. This is the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. Yeah, as you know, guys, we've been shorting this since yesterday. Yeah, it was in an uptrend. Okay, broke these lows here. Okay, formed a lower high. Yeah, they had lower highs and then come tumbling down. Okay, and broke these lows here. Okay, we had this very bearish candle form. All right, so this tells me sellers are still in control, and neither of these green candles have told me otherwise. Yes, sellers are still in control of this market. And also, if I zoom in, guys, you can see we had a doji yesterday, which is bearish. Okay, so I just think from this doji, we can still take price back down to these last lows here. Okay, yeah, to those last lows, or even the next blue line here. They're 127 psychological zone, and I've put that zone in because it corresponds with this last high over here. So once price gets down to here, this could act as resistance. So that's why it's our target. Okay, but let's look at H1 for execution. So what we want to see, guys, is price retrace into this grey zone, which it already has. Okay, this is not telling me, this red candle doesn't tell me that sellers are in control. Okay, but that's exactly what we do need to see. We need to see a candlestick pattern that tells us that sellers are in control, okay, in this grey zone. All right, then we can enter the trade. We'll take price back down to our last H1 low, close 80% of the trade, and then leave 20% to run down to this blue line or even the other blue line as well, guys. All right, so yeah, we're looking to short this market from this grey zone. Guys, it could have a larger retrace. Yeah, we've had this grey zone, the higher grey zone up here, drawn for some time, but price could, yeah, get up to this grey zone. But again, we just want to see the same, guys. Bearish candlestick pattern, take price back down to the last H1 low, which could possibly be here. We don't know, it hasn't formed yet. And then leave, yeah, close 80% of the trade and then leave 20% to run. Okay, guys. So yeah, two potential options with Swiss franc, Japanese yen, but both looking to short this market. Okay. Third trade idea for today is the US dollar, Japanese yen. Okay. Similar to the Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Okay, was in an uptrend. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. Didn't create a higher high. Okay, which always tells me price is breaking down. And these lows here were broken with this candle. Okay, price has come up. We've seen a doji form yesterday. Okay, so from this doji, I think we can take price just back down to these lows here. Okay. I also have the confidence to see to short this trade because I'm also seeing some US dollar weakness against some of the other pairs, but the other pairs are not in the right trend for us to trade. Okay, but US dollar, Japanese yen is because it's in a downtrend. Okay, so we're looking to short this market down to this blue line. All right, so let's look at H1 for execution. So as you can see, guys, yeah, got just a one grey zone. Price has already come up into this grey zone, but again, I haven't seen any candle that tells me sellers are in control. There's no bearish candlestick pattern, but that's what we want to see in this zone. We want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We can then enter the trade. Yeah, we can take price back down to our last H1 low, which is this, yeah, this area here. Okay, close 80% of the trade and then leave 20% to run down to our higher time frame target. All right, guys, so US dollar, Japanese yen, we're looking to short this market. Okay, guys, so there are the three potential trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis and want to receive it every single morning, Monday to Friday, then please subscribe to the channel and smash the notification button. That way you'll receive an alert every single morning, guys. Okay, right, so news for today for Tuesday, the 17th of May. As you can see, we had some news overnight. So the Royal Bank of Australia had some meeting minutes. Okay, so that could have moved the Australian dollar about. But that's been and gone. The first piece of news we're interested in at 7 o'clock GMT. These are all London GMT times, guys. All right. So, yeah, as you can see, coming out of the UK, we've got some employment figures. Okay, so this could move any pound pair that you might be in. If we carry on down, guys, the next piece of important news is this at 1:30 GMT. We've got two pieces of news: core retail sales and just retail sales. Okay, but two 3-star ratings coming out at the same time could really move the US dollar pairs. All right, if we carry on down, we've just got a couple of speakers towards the end of the day. As you can see, at 6 o'clock, we've got Lagarde, the head of the European Central Bank. When she talks, she can really move the euro. And at 7 o'clock, we also have Fed Chair Powell. And again, when he speaks, he can make everything go crazy. Okay, but mainly the US dollar. All right, guys. So yeah, must be aware of these two guys speaking later on. Okay, but as you can see, guys, nothing else for the rest of the day. Okay, guys, so that's the news. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a wonderful trading day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Adios.